finished the code to create a what I call Elsa's machine. So it basically takes all of the ideas that I have found and come up with myself about what it means to be able to rank at the top of AI search engines and how everything is collapsing in terms of SEO and GEO, generative engine optimization, or AI search engine optimization. And I am making this video now as a kind of a timestamp. So you notice here, this was the first one that's generated strictly by code. And I found it interesting that it said that I basically had come up with an idea that was creating a digital necromancy. The reason why I'm making this post now is because 11 years ago, I actually made because I used to be a DJ, and I actually made something called Death Meddler's Digital Diary of Known Necromancers. This was when I was teaching kindergarten. There's no way that I could have ever predicted that this is what it would end up being like. So this blog post should be going up pretty soon. It's called animated-corpse.love. It's about 200 different websites. Here is all the code that essentially automates the production of content that should rank very high on AI search engines. And I did it this way because the way that the internet works is changing. It's no longer just, your few keywords. It's no longer just do this, just do that. So I'm basically launching my own little media company initiative where I am dominating digital space by mass generating content that is based on real-time search data from Ahrefs and Google, YouTube, X platform, Perplexity, all of them, combining them using sophisticated ML, cosine, sine, similarity searches to find out which are the best words to use per the domain names. And I can show you really quickly what that looks like. This code is still kind of in the works. Cosine. Yeah, I'm still cleaning up the code some, but here it is right here. Yep. So here we have the cosine similarity using this, right? So I am making sure that every word that I use in the blog posts is the one that is the best representative of that particular domain name's URL. So this is kind of in an inverted fashion. So I'm not like picking a domain name and coming up with a business idea. I am literally launching like fail fast, fail often, launch fast. Launch often kinds of tests to see if an idea is marketable. So what is the problem that I'm solving? I do believe the problem I'm solving is reach and distribution. I am lucky enough that I am about to get to work on continue working on a proposition that was sent to me for, is this a viable idea for a startup or a tech product? So I am open to receiving those ideas. Please feel free to email me. You can email me at Elsa, gold.club. It was, sorry, I have like 200 websites, but I will put it in the description and you can email me there. And possibly it is here. Yeah, I have like 200 websites here, and maybe we can find it real quick and I can actually tell you exactly which one it is. It is aigold.shop. Okay, so aigold.shop. So you can either subscribe here, and then I will send you a link where you can, or I will send you the information with my email, or you can just email me at elsa@aigold.shop. I don't know if you can even see that domain name. And I can, for free, give you a custom response on whether or not I think your idea is a good idea. This is part of the GoDaddy setup system. This is just a landing page. Well, I developed content for this, so I wouldn't bother talking to this chatbot. I didn't build it. It's not something I would typically use, that I would ever use for my own sites. Anyhow, again, the problem that I'm solving is that of reach and distribution. So now that everybody is trying to pioneer things with AI, the important problem to solve is, does it have market value? Like, will people find it and will people pay for it? So be findable is my slogan, and I am testing hundreds and hundreds of domains by buying them very cheaply and then making sure that I launch kind of like, or somebody on my school.com slash prompt dash engineering site called it like a machine gun, like basically like a machine gun. And yeah, basically that's what I'm doing. I'm like shooting a shit ton of content into the web and it is all like optimized for ranking on AI search engines as well as traditional Google engines. I can make other content to describe why it's valuable to rank so high on these. And at some point, I gotta accept that like this is gonna resonate with the right audience, right? And I actually probably already have something similar to show you. Yeah, so okay, so this is the ideal client. I am looking for early adopters, right? So you can also find me on here. You can also actually go to that website and sign up there for the email list. And I will send you my email address there also, or you can reply to that email and I will make a custom check for you to see if your idea has traction and if people would pay for it. So what are early adopters? So here, this is Liam Otley. He's great at explaining this stuff in a much better way than I am. So here, he's actually also talking about cosine sine similarity, which was a really neat application use case that he came up with, his team came up with, and then here he's representing it. And so basically he's talking about like, who is the right person to approach with for this part of finding clients for our own AI agencies. His agency is quite distinct from mine. I'm more in the weeds of the code and stuff that requires security and just a lot more, I guess, like technical side. I think he specializes in chatbots, which is great. And I can make chatbots too, but I'm really good at a lot of the cybersecurity stuff, a lot of like I said, deeper in the weeds kinds of code stuff. And so why would anybody care about this now? Like, why should you care to reach out to me now? Well, because early adopters always have the biggest advantage. So I am really highly recruiting lawyers right now because a lot of the websites I'm testing have to do with lawyers. And so why should lawyers care about being in AI search engines? Well, if you understand search engines, you know that in the Google search engines, people at the top make 70% of all the money. So that's where you want to be, right? And so how do you get there? It's not just going to happen with keywords anymore. It's actually not as difficult right now because there aren't that many people vying for this space and everyone's still kind of testing the waters. But because I have over 20 years in like understanding code and stuff, and I started off as a web developer, like I understand everything from the zeros and ones, like I'm talking like I understand from the aviation electronics side, like what it means to have a zeros and ones, and then to the firmware, because I worked at Seagate on firmware, to what it means to have like post-quantum computing stuff available, right? Like I know the pattern of the algorithm that transcends all of that. So I have been testing this for about a year to make sure that it persists. It's doing really well. So if you have the, I guess the interest in opting in now, and you understand that there's less competition, and there's more opportunity, right? And you want to be at the beginning of it, just like when Bitcoin came out. Those of us that went into Bitcoin as soon as it came out did better than the ones that are trying to buy it up now. It's going to be the same thing. Those that went into the .com industry when it came up did a lot better than those that tried to get into it afterwards. Same thing over and over again. So right now you can opt in with me or find someone else to help you, like make sure that you're ranking on AI search engines. And why should we be doing this? And that's actually the Perplexity search that comes up with my name. So everyone has said it, brand yourself, right? Everyone has told you brand yourself. So I don't think I have the Perplexity search up right here, but if we go to Perplexity, I'll show you live. Perplexity, and I gotta get rid of all this. Okay, so if you were to go to Perplexity, and then they're convinced that you convince the bots that you're a human. Everybody makes that kind of sad joke, right? You convince them that you're a human, then you can find out who is Elsa Velasquez, right? So, like, do you come up at the top? Hopefully you do. If you don't, I can help you get there, right? So, I'm not a dermatologist, but either way, like, see, I came up at the top of this, right? Artificial intelligence specialist at aiarchitects.cloud. That's all true. That really is my website. And here you have this little blurb about me. And it is interesting. This actually is different from what it was even yesterday. So that's pretty interesting. And yes, I really am in El Paso, Texas. That really is me. That's really me in Boulder, where I was in school. All right, so when you come up at the top, like you have a more opportunity, like we were seeing here, to make more of the money. And that was the picture that was here. So to recap, what I'm doing here is it's a lot of prompts. This is being refined at least like 7 different times per blog post. So the ability to prompt engineer, yes, it comes into play, but so does understanding code at this level, right? To get the prompts to even work or to even understand what they should be doing. And so I'm combining Ahrefs with some search data from every platform to make sure that I have the most likely to get hit searches, because the way that the internet works, again, I'll say it, I think it's changing. So it's not changing in terms of what it'll look like to you or what it would look like to a user, but for myself, like I can tell where now I understand how to navigate the algorithms in a way that will be able to meet the question of, do you have reach and distribution for your product? Do you have reach and distribution to create leads? Because I'm able to, at a very optimal level and at a very granular level, push your stuff into the right crevices, into the right nooks and crannies on the internet in just the right way, so that it creates like a ripple effect through the internet, and more people see your content. Not just more people, but more of the right people that are looking for your stuff. And that is why I am saying, like, be findable, brand yourself, right? And not just brand yourself, but make sure that you're doing it intelligently with a directed path forward. I've never ran into anyone else that has the stack that I do, like the tech stack that I do, under their belt. And you could interview people that I've worked for, they'll say whatever, but I know that this is working because I've started finding myself, I can show you a ton of like job offers. My phone blows up. I have 3 phone lines and I can't shut them up, right? So I know that I'm reaching the right people. So this is all a mishmash, not a mishmash. It's all like a very directed, targeted, machine gun style. Like, I will be able to push the content that I want into the right place because I'm using AI plus computer science plus data science plus web stuff to make sure that it gets to the right people at the right time, in the right way, in the way that they're probably looking for it. So that is why I'm saying, like, the question that I'm answering is, do you have reach and distribution? So be findable. With this very minimal effort, like, I've only ever so often worked on this because I've been working, like regular jobs or whatnot. I'm still moving further and further up to the top without trying very hard. But now that I have accumulated enough cushion to be able to focus on this for a few weeks, right? Like, I've fully implemented what I call Elsa's machine, which is all this code in the background. And now I'm seeing the payout of all that. And so this was $50 per month, even as of last month. These prices are going to change. So I'll still leave this $50 per month per search term for the first 200 early adopters. You can cancel anytime. You can go here and find a link, AIearlyAdopter.club. If the link isn't there, then when you sign up, then you will get an opportunity to fill out a form. If you get once you get the response, right? In fact, I don't recall. I just have so many websites where people can find me. Some of them are lead gens, some of them are lead magnets like these. AIearlyAdopter.club. Let's find out. AIearlyAdopter.club. Yeah, so once you subscribe, I'll send you a link, and I'll send you an email, and then from there you'll be able to sign up for the early adoption into making yourself findable. So be findable. I am, again, don't use these, I didn't make these. Be findable, and I am like gonna really focus on doubling down on what I guess I'm gonna go with digital pirates media, probably, And I don't think that I don't think that I've set up the digital pirate.media. I don't think I've set up the web pages for this, but I will. Digital pirates.media, let's see. Oh, I guess it does have it. Well, it should have it. It says Lander, but it's at least not like erroring out. I think it's because I'm moving all the domains around. But anyway, in any case, you can find me on these other ones, right? AI early adopter.club, or I mean, there's so many of them. So now I've kind of lost the thread of the purpose of this, but what I really want you to just keep in mind is that you have the chance to be an early adopter right now, and I'm taking the first 200 people that send me their info, that give me the $50 a month. I will start pushing you into the AI search engines at the very top. More and more people are starting to talk about AI, more and more people are realizing what it is. And the reason I decided to make this post this way instead of this 1 minute kind of shrunken down version of this is because of the way that this resulted, where it's not that one. That was actually one of the test runs. It was because of the way that this code ended up resulting in this blog post where it's talking about the digital necromancy, right? And I knew that was my cue, like, hey, it's time to just start talking about it. And yeah, this is all taken from lots of different suggestions online about how to navigate SEO, GEO, and a lot of the tests that I've conducted on, and a lot of them are listed here. Right, I do need to change this. .html. Okay, so a lot of the tests that I conduct are listed here under portfolio. They're a little bit hidden because I don't know. I don't mind putting it out there, but I also don't like a whole bunch of questions about it that don't really, you know, like add up as easily. Yeah, so before I keep going on and on about stuff that doesn't matter, I just want you to know that this is all very scientifically created. There will be, like I said, at least, I think I'm up to like 230 websites now, and it's because I got my own server. I need to start putting them into here. This is my main website where you can find me at aiarchitects.cloud. I have so much on my plate that I don't really answer this, right? That's why I'm saying, like, go to the landing pages, because at least you can get the links there to sign up for the early adopter club stuff. And it's not because I don't care about each individual, it's because I care about each individual, and I'm really excited about getting to write this customized evaluation of proposal for a project that a very cool person sent me. So yeah, I better get back to work on that. I just want to put this out here that this is done. So now when I do evaluate the proposals or the ideas, then I'm able to tell you, like, hey, I can do a little bit of market research for you. I can see like how far this could be distributed if you did turn into an idea, like who would be your ideal clients. I can more easily now navigate the internet to find the right people at the right time and present your ideas in the right way, so that you're not just another my friend has an app kind of person, so that you actually have real market data, real marketability in real time by someone who does this with the science behind it, and you move forward in that same fail fast, fail often, release often mentality. That is what is making a startup viable versus not viable. Feel free to leave comments in the description. I don't know if I'm continuing the school prompt engineering website. I might. It just depends. In any case, find me on any of those lead gens, which again were probably the easiest one to find me on would be oh, here it was, right here was the presentation I was going to make. AI early adopter.club is one of them. All right, have a great day.